Hey, what's happening, everybody? Thank you for the people who are viewing my channel. I really appreciate it. Right now, I just want to talk about schools. Talk about schools, and for me, going to school, it was a struggle because I had kind of reading disabilities, and I couldn't really read, and I just couldn't focus right. I went to primary school. When I was going to primary school, it was like, it was hard for me because my mind just kept on going, and I just had so much energy that the teachers wanted to put me in special school, and they wanted to put me in a special school because I just was so hyperactive, or so I was just always playful, always just in that other imagination, and teachers just couldn't control me, and so mum and dad just they were like, there's nothing wrong with my son. He's all right. He's all good. But the teachers would say, but he's really needs to go to a special class, and he needs this. And so there was always a kind of a struggle in primary school. So primary school was good. There was something special that was there, but I think that was because of God, and I went to Catholic school, and you know, um, I was always interested in about Jesus. You know what I mean? I was always fascinated how about the stories of Jesus in the Bible. In primary school there was a church that would take us there, and sometimes when I used to see like the cross of Jesus, as a child I would contemplate and think, why is this man like you know you know there, this man who's got blood, he's hanged on the cross. And it was always strange to me as a child thinking that there's a man, he's got blood and he's on the cross. And I would contemplate this as a child thinking, why why is this, why are we kind of celebrating this person that's crucified and he's got blood and he looks like he's on pain. So as a child I would always contemplate that, and every time we had to go to church, and I would always look at the cross, and I always would think about, why is this man like that? So things like that will happen to me, and as I had a lot of reading disabilities. I couldn't read. I was bad at homework. I couldn't do homework. I just hated homework. Always get in trouble. Always the class clown. I always be joking around, mucking around. But I could create friends. I could make friends, and I could feel that the kids like me, and they like me, and I will always be kind of funny and naughty, but and yeah. So I was very into like Transformers, like the cartoons and all those 80 cartoons, like Voltron, Astro Boy, and I was really into that, and it was just it was very hard because I feel that, like, even when I went to high school it was hard, you know what I mean? It was just a struggle, and trying to get homework, and studying, and all that, and having a reading disorder. I just couldn't really focus very good because my mind wasn't in school. I didn't want to be part of that matrix that they wanted to put us, and I knew that this wasn't me, and I just feel that the teachers in some sense felt like they didn't believe in me. They didn't look like they believed in me. And I think that's the reason why teenagers are running amok, and that's the reason why teenagers are in trouble, because I feel this school system has failed them, has destroyed their future. I don't think that this system really cares. It does care, but it just it's hard, man, because that's why teenagers don't feel like there is a future. So they go out there and they run amok, and they just cause mayhem. They cause trouble. They get into crime. They do drugs, and I just feel that the school system hasn't really kind of you know help them properly. And I think what the other thing is about the school system, I don't think they really teach um kind of really creativity, and that creativity, most of them do, but I think they leave all that creativity aside, like singing and all that and dancing and stuff like that, and I don't really think they really focus on just really kind of alternative thinking. Like there's so many ways of being to be taught, like teaching, and I don't think that I put that in the things, in the you know they don't put that in the school system. There's so many ways to be teaching. My dad had the same trouble too when he in his times. My grandfather tried to take him into all these special schools and give him and put him in really high school educational schools. But my dad, he wasn't very good at writing and all that, but he can actually do, he can do stuff. He can actually do mechanics and stuff. And that was like me, when it just feels that the school system has failed, and has failed these kids. And I think that they only teach one way of track thinking. There's so many ways of learning, like visual, like taste, smell. I mean, um, there's visual thinking. There's like hearing thinking. There's so many ways of, there's creativity. There's doing. I think they just focus on just one track, and I think apparently now that it's getting better, but I don't know. I mean, I just feel that there's still a lot of this kind of limited way of teaching children how to actually be in the world, and I think there's a lot of rebellious that these children and these kids are facing with their parents, because they really don't want to be part of this matrix, this matrix that's trying to control and animal farm people, and make people into sheep, and just not really educating people spiritually, not giving that real spiritual education that can help the community. And that's why people turn into drugs and crime, because just the way this educational system has taught people has really failed. It failed me. Failed me a lot, because I end up, doing, drugs and getting into trouble and causing mental health. But because I have my faith with God, and I believed in Jesus and God, and how and heaven, it really has helped me a lot, and just so I don't just make a short video. I'm just going on. It's about 8 minutes now, but I will come back again, and I just feel that there's so many ways of learning, that the school systems only focus on one track, and I think they really leave creativity, and I think that creativity gives everybody the ability to rise up from all whatever misery we're going through, whatever contrast we're going through. So I feel that that's the cause of all autism and ADD, is that children feel trapped in school, and their minds are so open to many things that they have a big imagination, and putting kids into school sometimes it just can be wrong, but we do need education. We do need that, and education is very important. But I don't know, man. But anyway, I'll make another video about schools. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves, and I hope you have an awesome time. And yeah, and God bless you all. Peace.